that it is. This, Slaves to Armok, God of Blood, Chapter 2. Dwarf Fortress. And I'm planning for my second LP this to go slightly better than my first. To be fair, I only have to do one of a few things for this to happen. One, actually building a tower properly instead of ruining it by putting floors in the wrong place. Second, having a moat slightly more full than the 2 inches we managed in the last LP. Having some protection on the second entrance, as opposed to having an open door for trolls to come in and kill everything. And I think this is probably the big one. Traps. I think if I were to just do anything, if I were to just do the exact same thing I did last time, but have some traps in place, at least then it would seem like I tried to defend it. In any case, yes, there will be a new fortress. It won't be what I'm doing now, because what I'm doing now is going to do something a little weird with this one. So this is the world I've created. It is the Plains of Dawning. And pretty much, I'm not 100% sure where I'm going to start. It's probably going to depend on what happens next. But for the sake of it, we shall... no. That could work, actually. Although we are quite close to another civilization. Which one was that? I was going to find out what that was, but oh well, we'll start there. You've selected an area of salt water, difficult area, fine, maybe difficult to stone. Oh well, not a problem. Because we're not going to start there. What I'm going to do is we're going to prepare for this journey quite carefully. And I'm going to invite you to make Dwarves 237. Your profile name will be attached as a nickname, and basically I want you to choose what your dwarf will do. Now, I'll be honest, I don't want, well, I would prefer theme over substance, if that makes sense. I'd rather not have sort of the what I would normally go with, the typical mason engraver who just proficient in both, does nothing else, and just sits around most of the time. I want something a bit crazy, which means using certain skills which normally don't come up. Sure, if you want to be a mason engraver, have a couple of points in each, but then add a few random things. Just because, why not? What I'm going to do with my, the first one, first of all, I need to name him. There we go, music for this bit. And he will be Shadowhawk Thunderbane. For no reason, then that sounds quite cool. Obviously, I would view them and come up with all of this, but of course, when I start this properly, there'll be different dwarves that spawn here. I will try to be a bit efficient about putting the right dwarves in the right places. For example, this one, she is mighty slow to tire and tough, so actually that would be quite good for what I'm planning with my character, actually. Quite susceptible to disease, ability to read emotions fairly well, little willpower, very bad intuition, self-conscious, occasionally overindulges, she can handle stress, wouldn't compromise with others, not easily moved to pity. Overall, she's pretty much perfect for what I would go for this character, or at least I've got written out. But basically I'm going to be the miner, so there doesn't need to be another miner, which is important initially, because if I would allow all 7 of us to choose what we wanted, we probably would, that'd be the one thing that probably would go missing. But she spent most of her life underground and had to unfortunately help her father out with the duties of trading and mercantile, and pretty much she learned how to intimidate, lie, negotiate, and persuade people to do what she wanted. She's also a bit of a comedian, because why not? In fact, actually, no, flattery is better. So this is pretty much how the first character is. She's good at lying, good at flattering people, and occasionally digs things out. And yeah, that should hopefully do for her. I mean, she doesn't have appraisal skills, which is the only thing I'm thinking possibly is a problem here, but yeah, that's how I'm going to do it. I mean, obviously she was only the assistant. She just had to bully people into going and buying things that they actually wanted, which she can do. So, that's character 1. It's completely up to you what you want to do with character 2, 2 through 7. Just post down what you actually want there. If you want certain items, I think as a miner I need a pick, but other than that, nothing really. I will probably get the cheapest of whatever I can, but if you really want to make an expert swords dwarf, or you want a suit of armour, or I don't know, you want something completely random for no reason. Obviously pets will be limited, but there's no reason why we couldn't do that. If you don't want to use up all your points and save some of the points to basically get this equipment, that's fine as well. But you have 10 points available, various skills, and yeah, come up with what you want. If you want to make an expert cheese maker, the things that we absolutely hate to get later on, but could be useful, vaguely, then go for it. I'll even add some animals we can milk. If you want to make an expert, I don't know. What's the most random skill we could do? Expert glass maker. I've not done a lot of glass making. Could make a glass tower. It'd take me ages, but I could have a go at it. Want an expert swimmer? Certain dwarfs want to swim the channel. I don't know. Just honestly, come up with some random stuff. Come up with a small little backstory. I'll just make the next one a bit more interesting than just oh, this is my mason. He builds things. Rah. Anyway. So, I'm not sure when I'm going to start this LP, but yeah, come up with some characters, and then we'll see what happens. So, this is Shadowhawk Thunderbane. Until next time.